Roger Taylor, let's talk about The Works as an album for Queen. It was a while between albums. Why did it take so long to get together?
Well, I think after Hot Space, which is one of our least well-received albums, I think, we decided that we were a little jaded and that we needed a good long rest. So we did our last show in Tokyo, almost 2 years ago now, and we decided we'd just take time off and actually get back to work again when we felt like it, and that happened last summer, and we suddenly decided, came together at my house actually, and we thought, let's make another album. It's time. We all feel fresh again. So we went to Los Angeles and started making The Works.
It's very much a traditional Queen album, isn't it?
Yes, we actually really sort of consciously tried to make an album that we thought would please people, and we tried to quite consciously again include a lot of the styles that we felt people liked us for, and just make an album that people who like our band would like.
The period before you recorded the LP, was there ever any question of perhaps Queen calling it a day and, you know, tons of solo things happening and no Queen?
Not really, no. We did need a rest. We've been trapped in the usual circle of touring, making an album, touring, making an album, and we just really felt that we'd just had enough for a while and we just needed a break. But no, we never discussed actually breaking up or splitting.
So you went in to make an album that was much more what people might have expected from the band?
Yes, I mean, we didn't want to just rehash old things. We wanted it to be interesting and throw in a little new things. I think Radio Gaga was a fairly sort of new departure for us, that sort of thing. But at the same time, keep it, I suppose safe is a bad word, but make an album that we thought people would like. That's what they want from us. They obviously didn't want Hot Space from us, which was a sort of, it's fairly experimental. It was really a dance album, really, mainly.
It seems to me that it's essential that you do experiment in a band over the years, otherwise it could go absolutely stale.
Yes, I mean, we couldn't keep on making rehashes of Bohemian Rhapsody or Somebody to Love or that sort of thing, again, in sort of pomp rock, or whatever it was called. You just can't go on dishing out the same old stuff again and again, because it gets totally tired and makes the whole thing meaningless, really, I think.
So how does Queen actually maintain its enthusiasm as a unit?
Well, we try and get on. And we try to change a bit, you know, just to keep ourselves interested, you know, and try to write good songs, which is sort of simple, the essence of it, really. I think it's still in good songs, you know, if you can deliver.
You wrote Radio Gaga, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
How did it come to you? What was it all about?
Well, it sort of started in a way that my son, who was in Los Angeles, he's only 3, and turned on the radio one day. He went, "Oh, Radio Poo Poo," and then turned into Radio Gaga, because I thought nobody'd ever play it if we called it that. And that was it, really. And then I had a sort of riff and a rather unusual chord sequence, and it all came together one Sunday afternoon in Los Angeles, at home.
How on earth do you write a song for Queen and then write a song for Roger Taylor? Is there a different process?
No, there's no real process. I mean, it's just that it's easier to write songs for yourself. And I've never really been a particularly commercial writer, not a writer of singles. And I suppose my stuff is a bit more personal to me.
So, okay, the Queen as a band, how do you operate? Are you, is there one person in charge shouting, or are you all...
No, it's very, very democratic. There's 4 people in charge, all shouting, incessantly at each other and at everybody else in the world. And it works quite well. Obviously there are ups and downs. We're all very volatile and different in our ways. But we all realise that that's the strength of the band, really. And there's a sort of saying we always use, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. You know, everybody realises that the group is actually much more important than, it means more as a group than the 4 individuals do, added together.
Although there's an awful lot of attention put upon Freddie, isn't there?
Yes, that's obviously so, really. In any band, I think, especially with a frontman as strong and powerful and flamboyant as Freddie is, it's inevitable that he should receive the attention, really, because he's the focus, the visual focus of the group, and he's a damn good one too.
We keep hearing about splits in the band and stories about Freddie quitting and things like that. Is there any truth in the stories?
No, absolutely no truth whatsoever. I've read many little bits myself about that. I mean, no, it's not true at all. We do tend to disperse all over the place these days. I suppose that's a result of having more money than we used to. But no question at the moment.
Are you still friends?
Yes, very much so, actually. I think in sort of deeper ways than we used to be. although we don't actually see each other all the time. For instance, I'm going out to work with Freddie on some of his solo stuff next week. So that proves, I think, we must be friends. We are actually very good friends, yeah. Although we do differ about many things, you know.
If it's so good, why has it been such a long time between all the tours?
Well, I think we needed it. We were getting jaded. I mean, we need a new... we're going to go out in Europe this summer, which we're all looking forward to very much now. And but we needed to do it afresh, and to do it in a fresh way, and I think it will be quite different to the last time. But, I mean, obviously we're going to have to play the hits.